step in gathering people that are capable of particularly making use of that first program. That first program is all about the freedom law, freedom and stuff. The best people capable of getting together and doing that peacefully must be this free man people around. And they're not defined into any real posse yet, as far as I can see. Actually. And I haven't heard of a single free man gathering in London yet, really. So given what we're talking about, shouldn't I just ring up Eleanor and say, Eleanor, can we have a free man gathering at your place on Wednesday the 11th? It's a free. Great, it's free. Can you get in touch with all the female people you know and just get them to come along? And we'll sit down and have a discussion together where I present all the stuff that I know so far. But only enough to introduce, here's a version of what we're dealing with, but let's all just discuss the British planetary responsibility we're facing here. The crux of the freedom issue.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's a good plan, so.
My G's still there anyway. I think I'm prime pump actually.
Hello, Eleanor, it's danann, you know? I was talking to you there a week or two ago. Cool. I have a little question for you. Is Passing Clouds at all free for Wednesday the 11th to have a free man gathering, just a discussion? Yeah. I guess it'd be early evening if people were to have any chance of coming. Yeah. What evening is a good evening then? Because it doesn't really have to be the 11th. Well, think of like, I mean, second half to this question and why choosing Passing Clouds was going to be that you know so many of these Freeman people anyway, that whoever there is, what I'm kind of sitting and thinking and realising, as well as going down to Brighton to one of these little Freeman gathering things, but like there aren't really any in London, are there? Like there hasn't just been a simple here.
Guild.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it, but there's quite a good few really, but I think we've just never really called ourselves together yet, have we?
Guild.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's really only fixing a date and then spreading the word and then letting whoever comes. I mean, it's so simple to do really once there's a space. So yeah, Shrine qualified enough to talk, so I'll introduce it in a way that just introduce it fairly briefly, like from the simplest to a real life version of it.
I'm in.
Yeah, easy peasy. Yeah. Because mainly the thing to do isn't to give a Freeman lecture. Maybe that's already available anyway. No, this is more to have a Freeman discussion about the fact that we're in London and what's going on in the world and what can we do here in Britain really, because Britain's playing an awful big role in what's going on in the world. So there's not a lot of point in us hoping that the Libyans are going to sort out Britain when we happen to be in London. Yeah. What do you mean, he actually got the cash off them? So that's more ongoing than anything else, isn't it? That's not really sorted yet, is it? Yeah, I hear you. Okay. How recent was that? How recent was that, getting the police to arrest the judge? Okay. Yeah, because I was up at that thing at Birkenhead, see, which was the most recent thing I knew of until you said that, of any attempt at really arresting the judge. At Birkenhead, there was an attempt to arrest the judge and to commandeer a court. Yeah, and the judge ran out of the place, and there was Roger something or other, Birkenhead near Liverpool. That was about 2 months ago now. Yeah, and co-educate ourselves and just put it into practice, really, but collective-wise. Yeah. Well, just about anyone is, really. Like, I'm finding it to be just commonplace conversation amongst heads at this stage. At least the idea of it existing, not that they all know too much about it. But yeah, it's well out and about now. Okay, you choose a date then. I think during the week rather than weekends. Yeah, mid-May rather than late, I think. So what's that? Is that the 10th or the 12th? Is it? Yeah, let's go to the 12th.
13?
Yeah, Kelfin Oberon is what I have to look for. Kelfin. Next word. Yeah. Less than the weight of a feather.
More or less.
Very heavy. What souls are you going away with that, man?
Damn it.
Yeah, I've got to say though, right, in my physical reality, apart from knowing that this is good for the collective of us, in my physical reality, I'm still a little stuck out in Uxbridge, getting the engine in at long last. And then I have to dash up to Scotland for 5 days and back before this happens, to give a talk up there and another thing that I'll tell you about. But, so in terms of local, putting it round, I'm going to phone them that I know. But, yes, brilliant. Yes. Yeah. But I think it's only so simple as to say just a Freeman gathering, give people no expectations at all beyond a Freeman gathering, mainly to discuss what we can do given our situation of living here in London and Britain. And I think that's as simple as we need to say. Yeah. Yeah, and like we're saying, there's a massive grey area now as well of people who've just heard about it but haven't fully got into it yet but are really interested. So that's a massive grey area in between as well. But that's what I'm saying, write it so simply. The simpler we write the thing is a complete catch-all. And really we're just saying, there's just the three words really is free man, London, Britain, maybe a fourth word would be now. And that would catch everyone who's in any way awake to it.
Now here.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, this is what I was trying to say. Is it actually sounds like what you are saying to me is what I was trying to say to you. Cool. What I was saying is that I'm a bit out of the picture and can't actually be around doing all the local spreading information thing, but just make it as open to everyone to come as you can, and I'll handle the holding the stage kind of thing to introduce people on a very simple level. My intention is not to go into detail and mad detail, because I've heard loads of freemanting going into mad detail and all disagreeing with each other, and that's the worst thing that could happen to my mind. I just want to lay out a broad foundation of how simple it is, that anyone can interpret how simple it is once they get how simple it is. And then how we can apply that to living in London is what I want to bridge straight onto, without any of this talking about fine details and people. I'll stop anyone from being able to argue with each other over fine details. I don't think it's interesting or worthy, or it turns people off getting complicated straight away. No, I just want to talk about here we are in London, creative ideas for what we can do here in London given what's going on, and this is a particular tool. But the thing I'll explain probably better than most is just, here, look, this is what this tool can do with regard to law, with regard to world wars, with regard to ownership of the country. I guess you could gather people for 6 and it would definitely be fully started by 7. But you could have people turning up by 7 and not missing anything too much who already knew about stuff, because maybe in that first hour we just mingle and chat and open it up. Kind of thing, but so 7 till 9 for a 2-hour thing, and then an hour to hang out afterwards while people are, whoever has to go goes and doesn't miss anything too much, and whoever is really interested gets to stay and find out more. So that'd be 6 till 10 for us that was going to be there for the whole length of it. Does that work for you? Is that right? Okay. And we make it free, that's cool. People buy teas and food and whatever they do normally. Okay. Sounds fantastic. Thanks a million, Eleanor. So glad about you again and again. See you soon. Bye. Grand.
Blimey.
Smooth as a smooth thing that's really smooth.
Yeah, I was kind of in there somewhere.
It's all arranged anyway. Yeah, that's it. It's down on paper. She's handling all the local promotion, and jobs are good when they say out where I live these days.
Well, that's the family motto.
Oh yeah, you say that as well. There's a guy called Steve-O says that all the time. I was thinking it sounded really
It's a Freeman name. It's what it means. It's just like doing the principle of craft before trade is you do a job for the sake of doing a good job. Okay, not as if somebody was watching. Okay, so you put the eye down, like it's you making the eye in the symbol. Then a civilization comes and finds this artifact as if the eye is being deified as an external thing. No, you are the eye. It's the act of making it that's the point.
Yeah, you're right, it's wonderful, man. That's really just a wide open kind of gathering.